Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run. And this morning, I'm joined by my co-host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Carolina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. Of course, it's Monday morning, so you know what that means. It's Coffee Thoughts. It's all about the things that go through your mind when you're drinking your coffee, tea, or beverage of choice. So today we're going to be talking about take note. What's going on in your life that you need to take note of, and how are you taking note of it? So with that, we're going to get started. We hope you'll join us in the conversation. We're here live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, and our podcast will be loaded later on today. And so at some point, we hope you'll join us. If you can't join us now live, maybe you'll watch our replay and get some conversational nuggets that'll help you do business better. Hi, Fran. How you doing?
I am wonderful. Good morning, everybody. Thank you to the replay viewers, to the people watching live, and please share this out. I am going to share this over to the group, and if that's done now. Good morning. So we're going to talk about taking note. And this conversation is going to go in several directions.
Multiple directions, yes.
Taking note of your life is one. Stopping to think about what's going on in your life. In order for you to take note, you have to be in a position to hearing feedback, and then sometimes just slowing down long enough for you to get into a position and say, what was that? Or, you know what I mean? You have to get to a place where it's like, wonder what that was. Taking note. Is it something I need to correct? Is there something I need to do differently? Or something to celebrate?
Mm-hmm.
But taking note can move in several different ways.
It may just be an opportunity for you to stop and smell the roses, folks. There's so much going on, so many messages coming at us all the time. At some point, we need to acknowledge something as being significant in our day, in the moment, whatever it is, but to stop and give it our attention. To take notice.
Oh, take note, take notice.
Take notice, yeah. Notice the things that are going on. So many times we are in reaction mode versus being proactive because we don't plan time to stop and reflect on things. We very seldom get to the point of application because here's something new. Here's another shiny object.
Yep. And it keeps going on and on and on and on. And when the reason for this conversation is when we're reading this book, Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Great book. So many profound nuggets in it that I was like, wait, I have to do something different with this book. I'm going to have to actually take notes, sit down, put the headset, because it's an audio book. I'm not doing the live book. So because it's an audio book, I'm going to have to stop, sit down, take some notes to make the applications, to make the changes, which are phenomenal changes. And they're things that we probably already know. But to make these changes, I have to stop and sit down and take some notes. I have to carve out some time to do that. I have to give up something else on my schedule to put that on my schedule.
So you have to give it a place of significance and then actually listen with intention.
To do something.
And then once you have given it your undivided attention, you can take note. And from those notes, you can take action.
Yes. But if you just, okay, I'm going to listen to the book, and I listen to the book, so you can just chalk off another notch on your, I watched or read a book belt. You just checked off a notch. You never did actually put into action whatever it was that you read in the book. I read that book, but did you do the book?
I like that. Did you do the book?
Because we do that often. You know, we did you read the book? Yes. Did you do the book? And we can tell if you did the book because whatever that book said, you should have those results, right?
Allegedly, yes.
Okay, because you can take this back to the Bible. You can take this back to any book you read. You picked it up, you read it, but you didn't do it. Because if you did it, we would see the results of it.
Now, is that what people mean when they say, I really got something out of that? Or is that just that their thought changed? Or,
okay.
I don't know.
So if you're
evidence of having read and done the book.
If your thought changed, your belief would have changed. Your behavior would have changed because your belief changed. And your behavior changing means that you had a different outcome.
Okay.
You can take that to like going to work out.
To the gym, yeah.
Okay. So you back that up. Okay. So you gained a dress size. That means that there was a behavior that caused that dress size to increase. But there was a belief that caused the behavior that caused the increase. There was a thought that caused the belief that caused the behavior that caused the increase in the dress size. So if you went back to the thought, oh, I can just eat this piece of cake. It's not going to bother me. Because you believe these calories are not that, you believe that because you're doing it. Oh, these calories are not going to be, it's not that big of a deal. I can eat cake.
Or I can eat this skinny cow ice cream because it has fewer calories. But you can't eat the whole box, people.
Nope.
Come on. Because you're right back to the same amount.
Yes, and you just swapped out. So just because you believe that I can just have this, when stats and people have all come and said that you need to reduce your calories. I should be able to just eat this. I should be able to eat anything I want. So you believe that, and then you ate it, and now you have the results of a bigger dress size.
You need to take note. You need to notice that the results were not what you were hoping for. Because you didn't follow the instructions of the book or whatever. Like just recently, we just celebrated
Easter.
All the Easter Bunny stuff. Anyway, we celebrated Easter, and we made Easter baskets for the kids. So of course, there's candy sitting around, and then I had a meeting, and I had little snacks and things. Okay, this morning, I gotta dump the soda down the sink to resist, because it's easy to fall back into a pattern that you've had going on for a long time. But when you take time to change your lifestyle, sometimes you just got, and you've been taught not to waste things, but sometimes you just got to let it go, people. And took the jelly beans, put them in a plastic bag, threw them out. Because, we had excessive amounts of jelly beans laying around here. And I had noticed that as I passed by them, Francine, I took note. I'll take one or two. I said, wait a minute. This is changing because it's changing your chemistry to get used to sugar again after eliminating it.
And it was a little one. Oh, what did the dope dealer tell you? Oh, the first hit is free.
It's always free, girl.
Here, take the little one.
Try this. So that's out. And I had ordered pizzas. They're out of here because I had taken note of how bread was impacting my body.
Yes. And if you taking note means you're going to have to live with whatever you discover in the taking notes. Oh, I mean, I have to have an entire different eating plan now.
And I'm hoping that I've taken notice, and I will continue to take more notice so that I can continue to make these choices that I made over the last month or so.
Yes. And you made a deliberate decision to make that choice.
After I noted the impact of the adverse choice on my body. Pain, joint pain, different things were going on. And as a result of taking note of when those things happen, because a lot of times we are so busy moving through life that we don't take time to notice what's going on with us. We're so busy rescuing everybody else, rescuing our business, rescuing, whomever or whatever, the organization, the children, the whatever, the community, whatever's going on. Usually we're not at the top of our own list. We need to take note of that too. We end up becoming sick because we don't take notice of what we're doing to ourselves.
The Martha syndrome. Now, you don't know what that is. The Martha syndrome, there was a story in the Bible where Mary and Martha, two sisters, they were helping out Jesus in his campaigns and doing stuff. So he came to the house, and immediately Martha is running around fixing dinner, breakfast, or whatever the occasion was. And she's fixing all these meals because all these people are at the house. And Mary and Jesus, I guess, is talking in the front room. This is my imagination. He's talking in the front room. She's back in the kitchen, sweating and throwing flour and stuff, and asking, Lord, and came out like, Lord, tell Mary to come and help me. Now, mind you, Jesus never asked her to fix no food for anybody. And he told her, Mary is sitting and hearing.
Chosen the better part.
Yeah, because she's sitting down, taking in information that's going to help her. Whereas Martha was running, trying to do stuff nobody even asked her to do.
Missed an opportunity to sit with a master teacher.
Correct. And that is something that has happened. How many times that books can be your master teacher? You've gotten a book, and the book is phenomenal. It's changing people's lives left and right. You get the book, it's still sitting on wherever it was sitting. We didn't open it up. We didn't crack the spine. It is still on the shelf because you had intentions on reading it, but something came through and decided maybe that's not it. Or you didn't have time. Let's put it this way. You didn't have time to crack the spine on the book, or to put the Audible on, or to do whatever was necessary. You didn't have time, or something just always came in.
Oh, some kind of distraction.
Yes.
You're giving, license to something to distract you from taking notice.
when do you say no? I like what Coach Karen talks about. She said you only give out so many yeses during the month. So you're going to have to say no to a lot. Excuse me.
You know, even people have good intentions. Yesterday, I had someone ask me to send them information, a list of people. And I had to explain to them, wait, I did not sign up to be a part of this particular project. You decided you wanted to do this project. That does not mean that I have to stop on an emergency basis and send you this information. And furthermore, I'm not going to do it. Now, that may sound harsh, but what will happen now is in the future, that person will either ask me in a timely manner, or they will go on and do what they have to do to get it done and not include me in the project. So that was a no. I was talking about how someone was planning something.
Yeah, so you took note.
No, I'm not going to be drawn into.
That's what I mean. You took note of how someone is going to behave. You took note on the boundaries you set.
Yes.
So,
and I reminded them
yes,
of the boundaries.
Yes.
And did not go down that road.
Yeah, because a lot of times we just let it go. We don't set boundaries and we just, okay. Or you stop your program to go and rescue somebody else's program and you keep doing it and you want to know why you're not getting to where you need to go. Like setting up your routine. Are you breaking your routine to fit other people in because you feel obligated? Take note when you feel, what is that feeling? Some people talk about it, I think in psychology, what are you feeling at the time that you did that? I'm feeling like you're resentful because you're doing stuff and not doing things what you wanted because you're doing somebody else's stuff.
Well, what's really impactful to me this last couple of days was that this person asked me several things on an emergency basis. And I had to tell them, look, I don't live my life on an emergency basis, and I'm not going to start living my life that way. So the next time you call, I'm just not going to be available for these assignments, and I want you to know that up front, because this is not how I do stuff.
So you have to put in.
Don't call me.
You have to put in parameters. Mm-hmm. You're not going to walk up to the president of a company and just go pop in their office. Hey, I got a question for you, and just start sitting down talking. There are parameters, protocol, and you need to install your own protocols for you to get done what you need to get done so that you can take note of your life. That's all we're talking about here today, is take note of how you interact with people. There are times when the public has access to you. Mm-hmm. There are times when the public does not get access to you.
Exactly.
And the public should not have access to you first thing in the morning. Go ahead.
Or whenever they feel like it.
But they may feel like it because you haven't set the parameters of what's going to happen. So if I want to learn what I need to learn from this book, I will not be online. I will not be on Facebook, and I can take an hour to go through part of the book. The book is 5 hours long. So that may take me, if I do 2 hours a day, I'll get it done in 2 or 3 days. But if I can get the book done in a week, but I have to not do something else to do that. Yes. And if you really look at your schedule, there's blocks of time that is unaccounted for. Seriously, I'm like, I could be doing something in this time. What was I doing between this hour and this hour? Now, in my early morning, I have a block of time, and oh, wait, maybe you have reading put in a block of time so that you can get it done. And you need to make it so important that you don't violate that.
There is, when I went into an office every day, working for somebody else, I had a block of time that I called research. It was in the morning because that's when I'm the most alert. And I would surf the internet and find information based on, what I was, doing. So perhaps I need a block to block a piece of time and call it research. And in there, that research could be listening to a book, surfing the net, whatever it I had to do to gain new insight into whatever the project is.
Because you're not going to get new insight to solving problems for your clients or for yourself if you don't take time to go learn something new. Okay. Learning something new is part of what you're supposed to be doing. Taking note is going to help you do that. Okay, where do I need to spend my time today?
Just saying.
I don't need to. Do I need to be at the mall? No. I'm looking at my schedule on a consistent basis. Here's two things that we always tell you. Is it in the budget? Is it on the schedule? You have to know that. Those are going to help you save time, especially checking, is it on my schedule? Do I have time to do this? Let me take note. Am I supposed to be doing this? Mm-hmm. If I am supposed to do this, let me put it on my schedule and it gets scheduled in, not it takes over.
I like it takes over, yeah. And you have to just be aware of different things going on around you and the people in your life and how they are, because it becomes mission creep and you didn't even recognize it because you didn't take note. I'm leaving out the door and I get this emergency text. I need this, this, and this. I'm like, really?
So we've been talking about the fact that you need to take note, pay attention. All of these are adjectives for taking note. Pay attention to what's going around you. Fix your schedule so that you are the most productive of your time in your schedule. Fix it so that you are getting done the one thing that you need to get done for the day.
Exactly. Okay. Now, some people have taken note that I am drinking this deep purple liquid. This is cherry juice. Unprocessed, just juice. So it tastes delicious and it's going to help my digestive system. I want to thank you for taking notice.
Just in case you were wondering,
what you doing? 10 o'clock in the morning in California. I know it's wine country, but come on, people.
Yeah. So, but what are you taking note of today? Today is Monday. What will you take note of as far as your business is concerned? What needs your attention right now? I'm in the process of writing a book. Okay. I need to take note that I have to put aside that time. And people say, oh, just do 10 minutes a day. And yes, and it's not as easy as just setting aside that 10 minutes a day. It has to become a practice and a habit. And starting the habit takes a lot of effort. It takes doing it over and over again. I have to get up and do it the same time until it gets into a routine. Okay, at this time I'm writing. At this time I'm writing. Even if it's just writing for 10 minutes, I am writing because I have to start a new habit. Because if you don't, if you can be a dead fish and just kind of float with the stream. But if you're going to do some things intentionally, you're going to have to fight the gravity, the natural pull of the day that just wants to suck you downstream with the other debris.
Mm.
You're going to have
Wow.
to do something to shake out of that and get to shore, or do something to keep you moving forward. It is not that easy to do with a lot of distractions. There is a lot of noise. You have to live above the noise.
Okay, so let's talk about how to do that.
Okay.
Some of the things that you can do is you can turn the notifications off on your computer, because that's an interruption. Oh, look, that ad looks great. No. Oh, there's an offer for a free blah blah blah. So and you're off. So one of the things is you can turn off your notifications.
Mm-hmm.
You can put your phone on do not disturb, or you can turn off the phone so that you don't have that interruption and then the conversation that goes forever, whatever. You can, I guess the way to put this is restrict access.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean like the signs that we used to see, restricted access? That means, I can't go.
Parking.
I can't go. I can't go in there. And it'll keep you out of places that you don't need to be.
And it'll keep people out of your parking space.
So what have you roped off as your restricted area, or on where have you roped off on your time that's restricted for getting something done that you need to get done?
And when are you going to become the VIP in your life? So, you know what I mean?
So
when you have VIP status, you don't get to mingle with a lot of everything. Or if you're flying first class, those seats are restricted. They're reserved. So, reserve some time in your life.
You deserve VIP treatment because you are a very important person, but you need to treat yourself that way. So set up your time as though it is very important to you. Not to say that the other people are not important, but if you're not right, you can't help them. You won't be able to help them because you haven't gotten your things adjusted.
You deserve VIP status in your own life.
So take note of how you're being treated. What does it say when people treat you how you teach them to treat you? Mm-hmm. So how are you being treated? Do you not like it? Is it okay? They treat me well. If they do not, then you need to make some adjustments, because perhaps you need to treat you better.
See, because if you don't take note of the fact that your time is valuable, or that your talents are valuable, or that, you know what I'm saying, then other people are not going to value them, because you're constantly putting yourself down. Like, that's not, I do this little thing. Okay.
You cannot be everything to everybody, nor can you go everywhere with everybody and do everything for everybody. That's not going to work. But you have been assigned to a certain person or persons to help, and you have to pay attention to your purpose. Is that what I want to say? Pay attention to your purpose.
Yes.
You can notice other people's purposes. Oh, that's nice. But get back to yours. Get back to yours and stay there, even though it's a long process to do it, even though it's okay, this is not as happening as fast as I'd like. That's okay. Stay with your purpose. Stay there. And Terry was talking about things you can do to take note.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that one of the things is make sure that you're going to the front of your own line. Whenever there's a request that comes through doesn't connect where you really want to go. Is this bus, because you refer to this as getting on the wrong bus, is this bus going to the destination that I'm headed for? If not, maybe I don't want to answer that call. You know, I can see who it is. I know that's going to be a 3-hour conversation about something that we can do nothing about. Maybe I don't want to take that call. Maybe I want to let that go to voicemail. You know what I'm saying to you? Even if that's your time to have calls, that maybe it's not that call.
And you need to know that. You need to take note of the people who are going to waste your time. The vampires, the bloodsuckers, the mosquitoes, the people, you know, if you get into that conversation, you're not getting out.
Okay. Just a loop. And then the other thing is you have to decide who's going to get the mental real estate in your mind. You don't give everybody parking privileges.
You don't. And see, that reminds me of something I was reading. You don't entertain every voice. Now, I'm going to say this because a lot of people that we talk to are Christian and they have a faith-based, they are faith-based. Okay. You can listen to voices, but a stranger's voice, you're not supposed to be following. So if you are hearing the voice that you're supposed to be hearing, you can hear that voice in other voices. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If you know the voice, if you know your purpose, let's go that way. If you know your purpose, you know what you're not supposed to be doing. If you know what you're supposed to be doing and you know what that voice is, you know what that sounds like, then you also know what you shouldn't be doing. So go ahead.
And you have to take note before you make a decision.
That is not taking me there. So the books that I read, is it taking me to my purpose? The movies I watch, the music that I listen to, the people I hang with, are they taking me to my purpose? Are they in alignment with my purpose? If not, I cannot hang out with you.
And the only way to do that, Francine, is if you take note before you take action.
Yes.
So here are the two things that I think I shared on one of our very first podcasts, in our very first broadcast. And that was, no is a complete sentence and everything is not for you to fix. So when you're working your business and someone asks you to stop and fix this and that and the other in their life, you need to ask yourself, is that going to help me get where I'm supposed to be going today? Should I get on this bus? Because your life, instead of having AAA, is to call Uncle Ray. And so now I got to stop what I'm doing, even though I planned my life to rescue you.
And
I said, burn the cake. Burn it.
So why are you trying to rescue them anyway? That's a question. You need to take note of the reason why you want to be the rescuer, superhero. Dun, 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 I'm stepping in. Okay, wait. Sometimes they need to grow up, and sometimes you can't help everybody. Now you can say something to them to give them a word of encouragement, but you may not be able to jump in and fix their situation. Nor should you, because if they come to you dependent on you to fix their situation, they're never going to go to the one who can really fix their situation. They're going to keep coming to you.
Okay, and you're going to be broke because they still got to go what they got to go through.
And
just how that works. So you may want to take note. If you have a superhero syndrome,
mm-hmm.
you may want to walk over to the closet, take the cape out, and walk it out to the garbage can.
And sometimes we feel that I have to put the cape on so somebody will notice me.
Oh.
Well, do you really need to be noticed? Or are you just wanting to do the thing that you're supposed to do? And it's okay that they don't notice you.
Mm-hmm. And have you noticed that most superheroes are trying to be on the DL?
Most superheroes are hanging out Clark Kent, putting on in disguise.
Incognito, girl. Trying to be incognito.
I don't need you to know that I'm a superhero.
AKA Clark Kent.
Batman, Wonder Woman. They walk around in plain clothes.
There you go.
But
so you might want to, keep that down. You don't want everybody to know you got these superpowers, so that until you're ready to actually apply them.
Yeah.
So that's one way to.
Now we want to literally take some notes because we're talking about taking note and taking note mentally. We've talked about the importance of. I guess taking note could be analyzing your situation. Is it going the way that you want? Taking note every Monday to see if everything is going the way that it should. Taking note on Friday to make sure, okay, Monday through Friday, did it line up the way we want it to? Mm-hmm. Did the last week, did I get the things done that I needed to get done on those particular days? Did I do what I wanted to do? So you take note of your week. You can take note of your day. How did my day go today? Okay. Didn't get everything didn't get the thing done that I quite wanted to do, but I got part of it done. Celebrate. But take note of the day. Now, we're going to transition to taking note literally, like with a pen and paper, taking note. And Terry asked me to do this, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to create a note. And I learned this from Jim Quick. And I thought it was amazing. So I have my iPad here and it's blank. So if I were taking note in this conversation, I would take my iPad and take my little pencil here. This could be regular pencil and paper. And I'm about to take notes. You know how you take notes in school? There was all kind of ways to take notes in school. They have the one where you have the little sliver and you put chapters and stuff, and then you do your writing over here. But I thought what Jim Quick talked about was really easy to do. So you see that line down the paper?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So I'm busy taking notes. I'm listening to a book or something, and I'm on the left-hand side. I'm taking notes exactly what was said. He talked about, points that stood out to me. Mm-hmm. And these are exact, verbatim type of things. On the right side, I'm going to put my takeaways. This is what I got out of what was said. And I'm going to show you, this is what I got out of what was said. So now when you look at it, on this side, this is my notes about what the speaker was talking about, but this is what I heard that I need to do on the other side. So now, when it's time for me to act on what I read or heard or studied or sat in a workshop for, I can now go back to the right side of that paper and see all the things that I'm going to take action on without going through, normally we take notes on a long.
Yes.
And we just keep writing and writing and writing. And then you don't know where your thoughts are your thoughts are not separate from the thoughts of the person that you were listening to.
And even more pointedly, Francine, you don't know what you're going to do with that information, because now you got to go back and read all the notes because you didn't connote what was in it for you.
Correct.
So now, when you did that, mine looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
So it says this is the content, and this is the takeaway.
Correct.
Because I know my takeaways are going to be my action steps.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
And I like that. I like that titling at the top, context takeaway. And it makes perfect sense, and it makes it easy. I'm like, oh, yes. And I put over there, I need to listen to the Gary Vee book and actually take notes. Or
I see. And see something like that, I would over here, if it's going to be an action step, I'm going to go up and get my green and say, read the book. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Over here on my takeaways.
Like like some of my takeaways is learn musically.
Okay.
Learn Snapchat, find out what's going on over there. These are takeaways that I learned from reading the book that I need to pay attention to, right? So on that side of the column, everything that I'm going to take action on. And now I can go back and, okay, what was that I wanted? Or what was that nugget that stuck out to me? Oh, that's a quote. And all of that stuff is all on one side, and it's not interwoven with the context that came from the author, the speaker, the workshop presenter, the keynote, whoever. Now I have my own things, my takeaways that I can share with others or that I can implement for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that I thought was major. So when you take notes, how you take notes on paper is crucial too. Take notes in such a way that you can take action after you take note. Take notes, take action. And these are just little keys to help you put into play the things that you said that you wanted to do to propel your purpose forward, to propel your business forward. Now you can move forward because you can see the things that you want to try out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's worth it. And then you keep doing it anyway. Just keep at it. I've made a reference to Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. Just keep doing.
I have not seen that movie. I guess I'm gonna have to suffer through it. Maybe I'll watch it with my granddaughter. She's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the little kiddie movies make sense.
They all have messages. They all have a principle. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
The principle is,
and they're easy to understand.
Love conquers all, or don't be afraid. Or
you can take notes while you're watching the kiddie programs.
You can do this because they have great symbolism in there. Yeah.
So the little kiddie programs are good for you to watch because they will help to propel you forward too. Find the ones that speak to you. See, you can find your voice in the voice of others. You just don't necessarily, do you understand? You can hear what you're supposed to hear, even though somebody else is speaking. Yes, that's my purpose.
I like it. So
we want to invite you to join in on this conversation. Leave some comments. What stuck out for you? What did you hear that you're going to implement? Because I always ask that every time. What is your takeaway? What will you do today with the information that you heard? And not just from us, because we know like today is Monday. We want to help motivate you, if that's a word. We want you to move the needle. We want you to have significant success. Not just like, I just listen to the Biz Chicks. Don't just listen to us. Take note and take action. Do something. We want to see your businesses grow. Janice is a virtual assistant. We want to see Janice so busy. Oh, girl, I've been so busy. I haven't had time to come in here. Just want to say hi. I got to go back to work. I want to do a shout out to Linda at Gotta Be Handmade. She went live on YouTube. Her first time on live on YouTube. Go check her out. Follow her. Follow Janice. Follow Shea Arterberry, Shea Sasenga. She's on Facebook, and I believe she's on YouTube as well. Follow somebody you don't know and get to know them. So we're going to give you another little nugget. In order for your social media to work, you're going to have to work it. You're going to have to talk to the people. You're going to have to engage with them, educate them, give them something of value to keep them coming back to hear you. People want to grow their numbers overnight. That's probably not going to happen. Over years, it's going to happen. Are you planning on being here over years? Then relax and enjoy the ride.
I think that's the problem too. People don't look at social media as a long-term effort.
And
they look
is.
at it as, add water and stir. Everybody's doing it, so it must be easy. No, everybody didn't get here overnight. They've been over here for a while, people. And if you don't want to invest the time, then maybe this is just not the vehicle for your business.
Well, then wait, but if you don't invest the time, you won't have any business, because this is where everybody is. They're social, they're here. And if you decide to be over there,
antisocial
with the bricks, okay, you're going to be there. Yes, brick and mortar still works, but it works better with this. So
and not only that, when they come in the door, the first thing they're going to ask you is, "Oh, do y'all have a website?"
Oh, what's your website? Or they're going to do this. They're going to Google you. And if you don't come up, they're going to be like, "Oh, okay," and they're going to keep moving, keep swimming. So if you need help with your social media, we are here. There is a team of people here that can help you. There is TJ, who'll be on tomorrow. She is going to talk to you about digital marketing and social media. She keeps us up on what's happening. You can reach out to her. You can reach out to us. We do in-person training is our forte, because we need to get you up and running. So if you are interested in getting your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your YouTube, or your podcast up, you need to talk to us. We have some things that can help you do that. You should be on a podcast. And if you're not on one and you're not techie, we can be techie for you. Just give us a call. We'll get you on your podcast. We will get you on your YouTube. We will get you on the things that you need to be on. I don't know how to do that. You don't have to know. You just need to know someone. So we are happy to help you. We are here to help you. Make sure that you let somebody else know if they, you know what, we need to do that. If you're a pastor or a minister, you need to be out there talking to people. How can you influence the world if you're not where the world is?
People don't underestimate the internet like you underestimated television. Don't do it. Don't miss this boat. And
you want to be relevant. You want to stay relevant. You want to make sure that you're reaching the people you're supposed to reach. They live online. You live online.
Think about it.
When's the last, you probably not emailed somebody. You may have emailed somebody, but more than likely you text somebody.
Mm-hmm. Well, they text you. Mm-hmm.
Not many people are in front of their desktop any longer. There are people who watch our broadcast. They're watching from their phone, And we really appreciate all of you who decided to take time to even come and hear what we had to say. Back when we started in 2014?
2014.
And you've been with us, and you know we've been friends, and there have been, you know, Blab came and went, and Fire Talk came and went, and everything, but you're still here. To all of you who are new to us over on Google Plus, thank you for tuning in. Hey, we're learning. We're Google Plus is one of the things that we're learning, so we want to say thank you to you all as well. Talk to us. Oh, hey, if you know something that we can do better, we want to hear that too.
Well, we'd love to get to know you. So please, you know, communicate with us through the chat. Tell us a little bit about your business. And how we can help.
How can we help you?
We can help because we're here to help you run a profitable business. It's fun to run. So if you're not having fun, let's try to figure out why and see if we can help. Okay?
Yes. And we're always wanting to help you. You may not know what you need help with. Just give us a call or text or whatever. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We are not trying to do a bunch of stuff to have you wade through some stuff. Go ahead.
Yes. We do phone consults, so you don't have to live in the Sacramento, California area. You just go to our website and
we can meet with you one-on-one on Zoom. You don't have to not
have access to us. We're good with that. So
if there's
these tools to help you.
If there's any way you got questions, just, you know what, I'd like to do how do I do this? Take advantage of the fact that somebody wants to help you. We are here. If we don't have the answer, we will go get the answer and bring it to you.
All we require is faith. Forget everything you know.
Or everything you think you know.
Be willing to take action. Imagine yourself doing it. Teach someone else. Help someone else.
Yeah.
Train what you've been taught, and then help somebody else.
Yep. We're here. That's the main thing. We just want to help. That's the only reason why Terry and I decided to come on here. We thought it'd be better if we came on and talked to you. And, you know, face to face rather than just.
And our goal is to help how many women?
1,000. We're looking for 1,000 women, and now we can include the guys too. 1,000 of you we're trying to help to grow a business, to build a profitable business that's fun to run. And some people, we just want to help you. You already got a business up, but you just need, there's some little hiccups, the little hassles in your hustle. Well, we want to help you take that hassle out of your hustle. So if there's something that we can do with social media that can help you, or if there's something that we can do, a nugget, some information, I am going to tell you, get the book Crushing It. Get it on Audible, get it in a paperback or not paper, but in a hardcover, however you read a book, get the book Crushing It. I don't care about the cussing. I understand that some people may not get that, but you got to hear past that, because it is some really good nuggets, especially if you want to grow your business the way you said you want to grow your business. You're going to have to eat the hay, kick out the sticks. Just do it, people. Just do it. Get the book. And one of the things about the book, we can do a book review. I'm gonna put it up on the in the Biz Chicks group. It is so simple to understand.
I love it. Because we're all about uncomplicating stuff. We do not. One of the things we don't adhere to is convoluted crap. That's not what we do. We're trying to make it simple so that you can understand it, whether you're techie or not.
And what he was talking about was so simple. I was like, where's a pen? I can't stop driving. I'm in the freeway, so I can't just play. I might have to pull over to write that nugget down. Simple. I was like, OMG. The book is what? I don't know how much the book costs hard copy, but it's 14 or it's whatever it costs for audiobook. Please go get the book.
It's worth the price of admission, people. Just get the book. Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yes, get the book. That's all we got to say. And it is the top of the hour, and we just want to say thank you. Beside that, you'll thank us when you get the book. Telling you, you will thank us.
And with that, guys, we just want to say, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day and enjoy doing business.
Yes, have some fun. Have some fun.